Hey everybody, this is Ryan, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terraria with the Necro Pack. So you might already be able to tell that my mic didn't record, and God, I hate it when my mic doesn't record. But I don't have a whole lot of time. I gotta show you these clips really fast. You are watching me kill a bloodworm, and what he's gonna do, he's gonna drop these scales that I'm gonna show momentarily. And there they are, there's the scales. Okay, and now you're gonna watch me kill a maddening horror. Now I could not get these guys to drop the item. This is obviously in the jungle. They drop a tentacle weapon. I couldn't get it. Boy, did I ever try to get that drop, and it just wasn't happening. And then I kill another one here, and watch what he does. Watch what this little sneaky son of a bitch does. He throws these rigor mortons at me, and they drop a zombie outfit and a lost soul, which I've gotten a couple lost souls since, but I still don't quite know what they do. And so yeah, those are just a couple things I wanted to show really fast, just a couple of enemies that it was too big of a pain to try to get them for like in an episode. Like it was taking a long time to get them to show up. Anyway, so yeah, so last time I got owned by that spaceship, it was incredibly, well, I didn't get owned by him, and I won. I was the victor. It just took me like an hour and a half. So I am focused on getting much better weapons at this point. I now have a meteor fist. Everybody was like, hey, if you have a meteor fist, you can actually farm the spaceship. So I now have a meteor fist. I have, I think flaming meteors or hellstone meteors, something like that. And I am about to make some more cool stuff with these blood scales. Now that bloodworm, like I said, he's really, really hard to get to show up. So, like, you know, I got 7 scales from that one kill, which is kind of all you need. Yeah, it would be nice if I had like 12. But really, I only needed him to get to show up once because I got kind of lucky with my drop. But yeah, I am going to, I'm going to show what you do with these blood scales. I'm going to make an armor set and some other stuff. You need a lot of blood bars. I'm also going to make a couple weapons here. And yeah, that really sucked that my mic didn't record. It's always a really big bummer when that happens. Like, it's like right now, I don't know what I was talking about. I was just in there, blah, 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 blah. Blood scales and blood bars and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I was talking about. I'm pretty sure I cover it in the video. But you can also see there's a Plutarian forge. Not the Hellstone forge, but the one next to it. Oh, I was probably talking about the Knight's Edge that I have, because I'm going to make a new weapon out of that. And I really can't believe how easy it is to get a Knight's Edge now that, like, you know, I've played this game so many times, I know what I'm doing. But man, it's like nothing getting a Knight's Edge now. Here's the weapon I can turn it into. I use the Plutarian Forge to get my new weapon. And my new weapon is pretty awesome. Quite the difference between the... I think I had like 8. I was doing like the Diamond Edge. It had a damage of like 8. So yeah, this new one is a little bit better. Yeah, right here I'm trying to figure out what exactly I used to make my Plutarian Forge. And there it is. A Hellstone Forge and Meteorite Bars. There you go. And but yeah, so I make this weapon. This is my new main sword. It does have auto swing. Pretty easy to make. See, like I said, Knight's Edge is nothing to get once you know what you're doing. So there it is in all of its sparkly glory. And you can see I'm not wearing any armor. That is because I'm about to put on a freaking badass armor set. Pretty simple. You just need blood bars and scales. There's nothing else to it. There is the chest plate. Here is the ridiculous helmet. Look at that helmet! That helmet is ridiculous! And it turns you into a servant. It's like, yeah, you still have your legs, but I mean, the way the outfit is, it looks like you're a giant bloodworm with crazy, crazy horns. Which is awesome. The defense, none of that stuff is really that great. It was actually a step down in my defense from my shadow armor, but it has a melee, like 10% melee, I think. And then I make this bloody flail. It was just a blue moon, and I missed it, but I think some blood bars and blood scale. I'm not a big fan of flails. I don't know. I've never really gotten into them. I mean, it took Bolt 4 to get me into magic, and even then I haven't looked back at magic ever since Bolt 4, so yeah. Take that for what it's worth. And, okay, so last episode, it was 2 episodes ago, you might have noticed there was a little thing that Frostbuds had been moved to hard mode, which is true, but he had to replace the enemies in the snow biome with something, so he used these snowmen! And the snowman you just saw drops a choppa, which is a very slow and kind of crappy sword. Yeah, not as good as the extremely powerful one I just made, that's for sure. And he also drops a magic hat, which I am looking for at this point. And what this does is it basically makes your head look like his psycho snowman head. There you go! Yay! And there is another enemy that I'm about to show in just a second. And then I just go on a big killing spree once that's all over. Yeah, this is the snow biome that I made. That's my man-made crappy snow biome that took forever. Ah, God, it took so long to make this little crappy thing. There's the other one. They all drop the candy cane that you can use to make tile or bricks. Word of advice, don't take candy canes from snowmen that have swords. That's just something to live by. You know, in fact, I'd say in general, don't take candy from anyone that has a sword and looks like they might want to kill you. It might be a trap. I'm just saying. It might be a trap. Oh, they drop snow globes too, which you can use to summon the snowman army. Which is actually a really annoying fight. I am not a fan of that fight. It's like a goblin army fight times 10. And not in fun. Times 10 in annoyingness. I don't know if I go down and get that one I just saw. Nope, that's the end of the snowman fight. Oh, here's the, you can see this little short sword I got. I got this from the Frostbud's brother. Is it called like a flycatcher? I don't remember. I think he has like a purple head and a green body. Anyway, yeah, he drops this little short sword. And it is definitely a short sword. It is not really my preference. At least the Diamond Edge was long. I think Diamond Edge was faster too. So that's just kind of some stuff there. But now we're going to fight a new mini-boss that was just put into the game. This is a much easier fight. You can see this Dragon's Gate Gem. You get this item from the fish guy boss that I killed a couple episodes ago. It's like an 80% drop, so you're probably going to get it on the first try, but it's not guaranteed. The thing that kind of sucks about it is it's really hard to see in the ocean. You know, the ocean's, unless you got glow sticks just everywhere, it's dark down there, water's blue, obviously. And so make sure you have room in your inventory so you pick it up if it's there, because if not, you're probably just going to run right past it and think you didn't drop it. And you can see you use some wood and a gold bar, and that gives you a Dragon's Gate, which I have all my items now, and I'm talking about talk. Yeah, it's the talk. There you go, made it. And now you have to actually use wires, and you hook it up to a lever, as you can see here. And so once it's all hooked up, you just pull on the lever, and boom, you got a dragon! The thing that I always hate about these dragon fights, and this was the same exact thing in the story of Red Cloud, is the dragons look incredible, but they move so fast you can't see them. Like, you can't just get a good look at them. So I'm using my Meteor Fist here. This is going this fight goes pretty well. I don't die or anything. But yeah, the Meteor Fist definitely kind of turns it around. I even upgraded it. I think it's like a Deadly Meteor Fist. I don't know. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome fight. He has these crazy little like spin wheels of death. I highly advise avoiding the spin wheels of death. And yeah, I just jump up into that was a pretty awesome attack. I love the way the dragons look. Story Red Cloud was the same way. He had some really cool looking dragons in that. And now what this guy is going to drop... Actually, this guy doesn't drop it, but I end up killing this dragon like 3 or 4 more times, something like that. But he drops dragon scales, which you then use to make into another armor set and a sword. But, unfortunately, the sword is not better than the sword that I already made, so I didn't bother to make it. Yeah, I almost died. I was screwing around way too much in this fight, and I get down to 100 health. That was stupid. but it gets pulled out here in the end. Anyway, so yeah, you use the dragon scales to make dragon armor, which I of course show. The problem with that is that it's a mage armor. Yeah. And what's the point of magic if you're not using Bolt 4? What's the point? I mean, why does magic even exist? And non-Bolt 4 magic, why does it exist? I don't know. It's just kind of like, you know, if a tree falls in the forest kind of question. There is no answer. 21 scales, I'm pretty sure I fight him a couple more times. You need quite a few scales to make this. Make the whole set at least. There's me killing a zombie. Because you haven't seen that before. I show off the sword here. So you can see you need quite a few scales. And then there is the sword, does 44 damage, which is a lot of damage. And it's super easy to make too, you just need a silver broadsword. There's a lot of items like that. Keep your early gear. Keep your iron swords, your silver swords, and just give them to the guide because you can make stuff. I don't remember if I actually showed it or not, but I mean, there's another item where you use like 4 iron swords and some blood bars maybe, and you can make this like crazy upgraded sword. So yeah, just constantly be giving stuff to the guide because you can make some really cool stuff. Stuff you would never think you could normally make. And here we go. I am making the... you use a shadow scale, which thankfully I already had, so that made this pretty easy. But there you go. And then I equip it, and I turn into a dragon of awesomeness. Look at that, I'm a dragon! Oh my god, look at me! Look at me and all of my dragonness! Yeah, but like I said, see, it's a freaking -5 mana usage. Boo! Has higher defense than the demon outfit, though. And 20% movement speed, which I am always happy. God, you always go so slow when you take off movement speed bonuses and run like the base speed. Ugh, God, it's almost unbearable how slow you go. But that does it for this episode. And that actually does it for pre-hard mode things. That is right. Next episode, we're taking on the Wall of Flesh. And that's not been a good fight. I already recorded it, and my mic didn't record because I recorded both of these at the same time. Yeah, something has always gone wrong in the recording of the Wall of Flesh. Always. Sometimes it's been my lack of skill. Sometimes it's been my mic. Sometimes the video didn't even record. Awesome. So I don't know. I might do it again because it's actually pretty easy with a Meteor Fist. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Like I said, next episode we get into some hard mode stuff, and that's when this game really opens up, is in hard mode. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, see you guys.